Greetings YouTube, LMS Tactical here. Sunday. I hope you guys are doing good. Don't give me any shit about videotaping while I'm driving. I'm not really driving. This is a green screen. All the scenery's fake, you see. Now listen up. I'm on the way somewhere important, so I can't fucking make this too long. But, you know, last night I saw the thing that I'm sure everybody or most of you have seen on the news regarding the Baltimore cop that planted the evidence and then got caught on his own body cam. For those of you that haven't seen it, you got to check it out. I mean, it's disgusting, but, you know, it'll bring you up to speed. So basically, this guy didn't realize that when you turn the camera on, it also captures the previous 30 seconds on the video. So he plants some dope and then goes back, turns on the camera and says, oh, I'm going to go look over here. And then oh, look at this, drugs. You know, and of course, when you watch that on YouTube, you read the comments, and if you happen to be not a cop hater, or God forbid you're a cop or an ex-cop or a retired cop, you know, it's just disgusting. I mean, everybody holds every cop that ever lived accountable. You know, that's just the way it goes. But it got me to thinking, and so this video is for cops. I want to make this is you civilians can listen along if you want to, and if you don't want to, I understand, so just feel free to change the channel. But look, this is where to start. Look, if you're a good cop, and by good cop I mean you don't break the law, you know, maybe you don't want to watch this. This don't apply to you. If you're a new cop or a bad cop, somebody that breaks the law willingly and knowingly breaks the law, or you may have a tendency to lean that way, then this message is for you. First of all, fuck you. There is nobody on earth that despises a bad cop more than a righteous cop. When I say righteous cop, that doesn't mean that cops walk on water. I consider myself I'm retired now, but I consider myself, when I was a cop, to be a righteous cop. Did I do everything perfect? Fuck no, that's impossible. I've made too many videos. If you want to see my police videos, just go into the search bar under my videos and put police and you can see them. You know, I've talked about this, you know, there is no factory spitting out perfect cops. We're just like everybody else. However, per capita, in terms of the world of police officers, I think we actually are a lot higher in terms of the frequency or lack of frequency of criminal acts, when you consider all the cops that are out there working day and night, 24/7, 365. So that being said, you know, I did not break the law. Did I break policy? You're goddamn right I did. And I talked about this before in other videos. There's a big difference between policy and law. And some of you civilians that just want to hate on the cops are not going to... Fucking pigs are chasing me. I'll never go back. No, ambulance. But, you know, some of you cop haters are just going to be like, oh, yeah, well, breaking policy is dishonest. Well, just as an example, here's the difference. You know, policies are... There's not really a whole lot of incentive to follow them in many cases. And here's a good example. And I have a tendency to deviate from the subject. You're just going to have to either suck it up or change channels. But, you know, here's a good example. I was working with my partner one night. It was at nighttime and it was raining and we were in Hollywood, and there's a suspect on the corner. I can't remember if we recognized him or what, but he takes off running and I see he's got a gun in his waistband because his shirt lifted up when he took off running. My partner jumps out and I said, hey, he's got a gun. So as he's running down the street, the same direction I'm driving, I rolled up and cut him off. I pulled into the first driveway so that he would, you know, put myself in some risk there because the guy's got a gun, right? But my partner was behind him. I pulled up to literally cut him off with my black and white, and there was a little brick wall that was staggered that got higher and higher as you went in, separating two driveways to these two apartment complexes. And I crawled up on the first, you know, two bricks and ripped off the little plastic doohickey that hangs out in front of the Chevys. Like an idiot, I fucking... You know, called a supervisor. I followed a policy to a T. Hey, look, you know, I damaged the vehicle. Here's what happened. You know, I turned it. It was a tactical move. It wasn't an accident. Okay, it got registered as an accident, which fucked up my perfect police driving record. I got all this flack when I could have easily just not said anything, turned the car in, nobody ever would have noticed. And that's the thank you you get when you follow those types of stupid policies. Another one, you know, hypothetical. Let's say that somebody that looked a lot like me was working the riots. 15-hour shifts, man, tired as fuck. Put the shotgun on the car, on top of the police car when we're switching. Drivers take off, shotgun falls, breaks the stock. Okay, if you fucking say, hey, look, I forgot the shotgun on top of the car and broke the stock, guess who's buying the shotgun? So you got to be a little bit more creative. That is not the same as planting evidence or taking people to jail or lying on a fucking arrest report, okay? And if you think it is, you're a liberal. So, or you're just a fucking cop hater, which I think are exactly the same thing. So, you know, I used to fucking, and I've said this before on other videos too, guys just tell me, Mike, are you telling me that you never saw a guy plant dope or blah, 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 or hit a guy with hand? I never did. And here's why I think that is because I used to have a speech I would give every partner I worked with for the first time. They'd jump in the car, and I would always pull, you know, after we, you know, hey, my name's Mike, your name's Cocksucker or whatever. We fucking talk, and then, you know, we go through the bullshit, you know, the standard stuff. Hey, I got a backup in my left rear pocket. I got extra ammo in my fucking left front pocket, blah, blah, blah. This is what we do if somebody's taken hostage. So you go through all this bullshit. But then I would go, oh, hey, by the way, and I can still rattle it off because I said it every fucking time. Hey, by the way, don't take this personal. This is not, you know, if this doesn't apply, don't worry about it. But just so you know, in this car, nobody goes to jail for shit they didn't do. And we don't call people racial names. You can call them anything in the book, but we don't fucking use racial names. And if you hit somebody wearing handcuffs, I'll book you myself. That was my rules, man. And maybe that's what the fuck? Hello? I fell asleep. So, you know, maybe that had something to do with it. But here's what I'm going to say, and then I'll wrap this up. For you new cops, or you cops that are first of all, who the fuck does this type of shit when there's cameras everywhere? I mean, look, as far as I'm concerned, I'm always happy on the one hand when they catch a dirty cop, because who the fuck wants some dirty cop? Listen, if you're a cop and you're a criminal, you're not a cop. You're a criminal wearing a uniform. There is no such thing as a criminal cop. You know, you're either a good guy or you're a bad guy. And you can put a fucking bad guy in a uniform, give him a badge, he's still a bad guy. So don't get that confused. And what I want to say to you guys, to you young cops, is this. The same shit I used to tell my guys when I was training them, when I was a training officer. There are enough fucking bad guys on the streets that there is virtually no reason you should ever become tempted to embellish a fucking police report or to fucking plant evidence. There's nothing to justify it. I mean, how could you want to arrest somebody that fucking bad that you would do that? You can't go 20 fucking feet in a big city without seeing somebody commit a crime. So if you really got a hard on and you want to arrest somebody, just fucking go to the next guy. Let's say you pull up on 10 fucking guys and you get out of the car, you jack them all up. Man, I just had a vision of a fucking car accident, almost like a premonition. It's scary. Well, that's probably because you're videotaping. No, cocksuckers, I'm looking straight ahead. But, But I was looking at a bird when I almost died. Okay, so, where was I going with this? So you jump out of the car, there's 10 guys. By the time you get them all lined up, you find a gun or a bag of dope or both laying on the ground. Now, you don't know who dropped it, so what you do the standard shit. You separate them, you try to get somebody to cop out. You you go through all this time, and nobody cops out, so you're left with, you know, nobody. Maybe you got one or two with a fucking traffic warrant, but you cannot put the gun or the dope or both on anybody. So I've heard throughout the years that there were some cops, man, that would just put that shit on the biggest asshole. And I've never seen it, and it makes me sick to think about that. Because that scenario's happened to me a million fucking times. You know what you do? You take the fucking gun and you book it. You take the dope, you book it. Oh, you motherfucking idiot. Jesus, fuck. Literally, you guys, that premonition was real, man. This fucker literally just cut me the fuck off. If I didn't hit the brakes, I mean, I wouldn't have died, but I'd have no front end on my truck. What a... Are you gonna mad dog me now, you fucking idiot? Alright, road rage on camera. They're looking at me like I'm a dick. And, well, maybe I am a dick. So anyways, cop hater. So anyways, you know, it's just not worth it, man. It's just not fucking worth it. There's nothing in the world that can justify lying on a report or putting something. Listen, you don't want to get that kind of reputation. You don't want to be a criminal. Once you do that, you've crossed the fucking line. It's just like hitting a guy. I got a Charlie hair, a dog hair on me. It's just like fucking hitting a guy when he's wearing handcuffs. There is nothing in the world to justify that type of behavior. If the guy needs his ass kicked, you should have done it back when you could have done it legitimately, like when he took a swing at you. Everybody gets mouthy once the cuffs go on. You know what? Do what I used to do. I used to tell him, look, man, I'm going to be booking you soon. I'll have no fucking gun. I'll be all alone in a little teeny room with doors locked, just you and me. And if you really want to fucking do what you got to do, then do what you got to do when you got to do it. And we'll fucking take it from there. 99.9% of them were nice little fucking puppy dogs when the cuffs came off. You did have that fucking 1/10 of 1% that would attack, and those people are probably still limping because they paid the fucking price. That's it, man. I mean, I just don't get it, you know? If you got a body camera, now a lot of people are talking about this shooting that happened, I don't know, where the fucking Somalian dude shot. I don't know why the cameras were turned off. I'm going to guess, because I'm talking about body cameras. A lot of people are like, why are they turning them off before they commit crimes? I'm going to guess that the battery life is probably not able to sustain an 8-hour shift. That's what I think. And maybe they're told, if there's some cops watching this who wear body cameras, let me know, because I don't know what the rule is. They didn't have that shit when I was a cop. But I would assume that you can't just let them run all your entire shift. So I know that having to push a button when you're in a life or death situation is asking a lot. I mean, you know, no wonder people don't turn them on, you know, in the middle of shootings and shit. Anyways, that's it. I got to get to where I'm going. I hope that made sense. If not, fuck you. I love you guys. All you good cops, please be safe. And remember, remember, LMS Tactical is pro fucking cop. I support the thin blue line. And if you guys don't like it, that's on you. All right, man, I'm out of here. I can't drag this ending out any longer. You guys stay safe. Have a great rest of the Sunday and a great next week. Love you, babe. LMS Tactical, I'm out.